Hold on, guys. I've got to do a pretentious sigh and maybe even take an unnecessarily loud sip of water just to show how jaded, cynical, and insightful I'm about to be. What's the deal with graphics, huh? Okay, for real now though, the topic of video game graphics has always been a very interesting one for me. On the one hand, having a game run smooth as butter and look as glossy and frankly fantastic as a game like Battlefront 2 does is certainly a plus in many respects. On the other hand, it almost always comes with a price, and it's not always a price worth paying.
Hello there.
He said it! He said it!
The debate of video game graphics is not a new one by any means. Even back in the old Nintendo vs. Sega days, people were pulling out their hair and acting like goddamn barbarians over literal single-digit variation in bits. Whatever the fuck that is. I know AVGN already made this joke, but I mean seriously, imagine having to explain to your parents that you needed an entirely new gaming console because it was 16-bit instead of 8-bit. They'd probably kick your ass, and I would too, you little fucking nerd. I mean, what the hell's a bit? Well, if you want a rudimentary explanation from a guy who just used Google for a grand total of 15 seconds, a bit is essentially the most basic unit of information found in computers. So, as it relates to graphics, more bits equals more graphics. Literally. So, even since the inception of video games, good graphics have always been a hallmark of quality. I mean, they used to literally name systems based on their graphical capabilities, such as the TurboGrafx 16 and the Nintendo 64. Both numbers indicated their respective amount of bits. Nowadays, though, we just have too many bits. We don't even know what to call our consoles anymore. I mean, the Xbox 19,639 doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, so I guess just turn it into a shitty mini fridge and slap a big X at the end of the name. Yeah, that'll do. Disclaimer. I know that most computer processors don't go beyond 64-bit even today because the human eye cannot distinguish color differences that clearly. For all offended at my previous statement, please look up joke in the dictionary and hope the description isn't an accurate summation of your entire life. Thanks. In all seriousness though, graphics have quickly evolved to a point that the most graphically advanced games are almost eerily indiscernible from reality. And while we have been chasing the same trophy title of greatest graphics, we seem to have left what really matters in video games behind. So, let's start there. As a handsome man once said, fun is what makes a video game good. And you know, he'd be right. And handsome. Fun truly is all that matters in a video game. Graphics are ultimately irrelevant if the game sucks, and doubly so if they aren't great but the game is incredible.
The Empire is in chaos. But there is yet hope. Here is Martin Septim, true son of Uriel Septim.
I know you all expect me to be Emperor. I'll do my best. I'm not used to giving speeches, but I wanted you to know that I appreciate your welcome here. I hope I prove my...
Well then, thank you, Martin. We all best get back to our duties, eh, Captain?
In fact, let's start with that. What exactly is bad graphics? Many people seem to subscribe to the belief that any low-resolution textures are bad graphics, but I think that's a load of horse shit. Let's take a look at a game like Valheim, for example. You see these delicious textures? Yeah, it looks like a fucking skin infection. Now, I suppose you could only imagine just how bad this game looks. I bet this game has the most baddest graphics of all time. Well, would you be surprised to learn that it, in fact, looks like this? Oh, shit, wrong clip. Like this! Well, it's true. Valheim is honestly one of the most visually stunning games I've ever played. I mean, this game can be drop-dead gorgeous sometimes. And that's because graphics rely upon much more than simply resolution. Graphics also depend upon lighting, shading, colors, how it interacts with the world, and more than anything, art style. Despite the low-res textures, Valheim is a beautiful game, and I would say has great graphics, because the role of graphics is not to replicate reality, but rather to serve the themes of the game.
I thought the word was brain implants. I'm like, what?
Summoning plan.
Oh, what? Oh my god!
Another example, any Borderlands game. The textures in these games are not that detailed. However, the games look fantastic and have so much personality to them.
Well, weapon sales have skyrocketed since the opening of the vault.
No, I'm talking style. You look at our guns, what do they offer?
Increased accuracy, stabilizers.
Class, sweetheart. They offer class. You buy from those war hippies in Malawan, the gun's named like the Fervent Gospel or the Guileless Provocateur, some pretentious crap. You get a bandit gun, they can't even spell pistol.
This is due largely in part to the incredible art direction for these games. I mean, could you imagine how much personality Borderlands would lose if it just had some shitty, bland, photorealistic graphics like the modern Call of Duties have?
Fucking garbage, Bible. What do you want me, you bitch?
This isn't even to mention how much technical performance and space you're saving by having lower res textures. I know there are many other factors as to why Valheim takes up such low space, but only a couple of gigs of space for a massive survival game versus almost 200 gigs for just a linear first-person shooter is quite the difference. Again, graphics aren't the only thing jacking up the size of Black Ops 3 so much as voice lines and other garbage, but the textures definitely play a large role in that. Same with many other games that are low res and thus super easy to install. I'm sorry gamers, but not everyone has a high performance gaming PC, and even fewer have a fucking 2TB NVMe drive so that they can install high quality sex mods with cock and ball ray tracing on Minecraft. Another element to consider is just overall vibe. I mean, there's a reason that older games just have a different feel to them than newer releases. Particularly, older games can be fucking terrifying. Let's just, for example, compare Morrowind with Skyrim. Now, I'm not shitting on Skyrim here because, well, I love Skyrim, but the vibe is just day and night, y'all. In Morrowind, I get fucking terrified at least twice per every 30 minutes with this shit. Whether it's strange squid dick bags in the ocean or weird sheep noises coming from Red Mountain that is then followed up with a walking corpse. I mean, this game is absolutely terrifying without even trying to be. Meanwhile, in Skyrim, was equipped? What the fuck does that mean? What's going on? I'm going to the College of Winterhold. Well, I guess that could be considered terrifying from like a game design perspective. Look, I'm not even alone in thinking this. There's been a kind of resurgence of horror games with low-res graphics mimicking older game styles. Take, for example, this game called Akamanto, or Red Cloak in some spider text language. This game was released in 2019, but has very moody, low-res graphics that really alter the overall vibe of the game. Y'all, this game is fucking terrifying. Now, I know there's gonna be an internet tough guy going, ha! This game's not even scary, you fucking pussy. You must be a little bitch. Okay, first off, yes. But second off, I just don't understand people gatekeeping the emotion of fear on the internet, acting as though a game literally created to be terrifying is somehow not good enough for these people. I mean, let's just be real. These are the same people who will shit on someone for listening to like Avenged Sevenfold and go like, pfft, fuck you, man. You aren't even listening to metal that was made back in the fucking Stone Age, you goddamn poser. This is real metal. Anyways, you know, it's not my gameplay, but it still scared me shitless, and I have no doubt that if it was running the latest Frostbite engine with built-in atomic lighting shaders, that something fundamental to the realm of video games would be lost. That this, in fact, is not real life. It is not a reality. As such, there is something beautiful and captivating about something that can pull you into a world that is so clearly not real and yet still immerse you within its narratives. All of this isn't to say that high-res textures are bad. In fact, I mean, they have their place. A game like Star Wars Battlefront 2 thrives in its incredible graphics because of just how, incredible it does look, and it really ends up feeling like playing in a real Star Wars movie. The point of this video isn't to paint high-res textures as the enemy. By making this video, I simply hope to expand the meaning of good graphics beyond simply meaning high resolution. Ultimately, a game with good graphics is a game which has visuals that suits its themes and styles in a way that supports the overall experience. Whether it's moody horror, building and exploration, warfare and combat, or any other number of narratives, video games are an art form, and as such, little matters as much as the artist's vision and the audience's connection to that vision. But by all means, download the fucking Bananakin mod. Come on, I know you wanna. Hey guys, thank you very much for making it to the end of the video. I truly do appreciate it very much. I know y'all, I'm not fucking blind, okay? I know it's been a minute since my last video, but it's my promise to all of you that it wasn't for no good reason. For a variety of different factors, I've been unable to produce videos like I've wanted to. I know that my videos aren't the greatest or the most popular on the platform, but editing a 2-hour video on a long-ass RPG and not making it look like a fucking slideshow takes a lot more work than most expect. And that video sucks. To put it simply, on top of real-life complications, I was kinda burnt out. That being said, I do plan to release videos more regularly from now on, and while I'm not abandoning those longer form videos, I do plan to intersperse those big pieces with smaller videos like this one, which are both fun and easy to make. Thank you guys so very much for your patience, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.